My name is Tamieka Atkins. I'm the CEO of ProGeorgia, and I have the absolute privilege of coordinating statewide voter registration and civic engagement efforts with 62 organizations in Georgia. We don't just support those voter registration efforts, we support them holistically. That's capacity building, that's as simple and direct as money. That is trainings, resources, you name it. The Vote Your Voice grant, it started at a time right before COVID where we couldn't be in person anymore. That meant the goals that we could commit to traditionally had to look different. Vote Your Voice was already there. Whatever iteration of the work that we recommended, what we saw is necessary in the moment to support turnout, Vote Your Voice said, we got your back. What that also meant, though, is that we were able to utilize Vote Your Voice as almost like a bastion, right? As a symbol for the rest of philanthropy, right? This is what it looks like to be in trusted partnership with the folks doing the work on the ground. Not many people give that kind of trust. We are a living example at ProGeorgia of a trust-based giving, trust-based philanthropy. And then, how lucky are we that we get to work with organizations like Vote Your Voice that adhere to that same moral center.
At USI, we are a think and do tank. We think about the challenges that our communities face, and we create strategies and implement those strategies on how to be a catalytic, transformative entity in those respective places. As we think about democracy work in particular, the communities who have been marginalized, have low wealth, are not part of the conversation. The grant from SPLC really allows us to have tangible, in-depth, committed conversations about the future. The future from the perspective of a mom with 4 kids who are thinking about education outcomes for her children, who are thinking about economic outcomes for her family, are thinking about housing and whether or not they can pay their rent. The individuals who are closest to the problem are closest to the solution. When we think about philanthropy, think about giving, we still have to have the reality that 94% of the individuals who work in philanthropy are white, and over 88% of the resources are still given to white-led organizations. How can we have agendas that are rooted in the success of people of color without having tangible resources to achieve greatness? And so what these opportunities allow us to do is have those tangible resources, allows us to make big and bold decisions about the future of our nation. Martin Luther King says that every great movement has 3 things: the media, it has motivation, and it has money. And we're trying to achieve those things.